Hello, Namaste. This is Dr. Nazham from St. Joseph Degree College. I am here in front of you to discuss regarding world market. Before going to the classification of world markets, let us have a small discussion regarding a world market. First, once if you come to the case of market, we know pretty well it is a sum total of all the buyers and sellers in the area or region under consideration. Under these aspects based here, we should observe supply and demand in the market. Once if you come to the case of the world market, it is a combination of different markets of various countries. This market can be classified based on various aspects. A firm, once if it wants to go globally, it has to identify the global marketing opportunities. In order to identify, he needs to divide the markets. That is particularly the world markets. This world markets can be divided based on different elements. One of the basis is business portfolio. Based on this business portfolio, the world market can be categorized into three, namely primary market, secondary market, and tertiary market. What a primary market mean? These primary markets provide the best opportunities for long-term strategic development and also help in the level to attract and strengthen companies' competitive capability. Secondly, we got secondary markets. These are the markets where opportunities are identified but risk is perceived as being too high to make long term irrecoverable commitments. The third we got is the tertiary markets. These markets are perceived to be high risk and also the allocation of resources is minimal. In this manner, we can categorize the world market based on business portfolio. Once if we come based on the stages of demand, the world market can be divided into the existing market and potential market. What an existing market mean? An existing market is a market which is already in existence globally. In these type of markets, the consumer demand is properly known and these are being served by many products. Once if you come to the case of the potential markets, these are the markets where it doesn't exist and can be perceived in future, that is latent. Then the third categorization we got is on the basis of stages of development. The world market can be divided into four distinct segments, namely the industrially developed economies, more developed economies, raw material exporting economies, and subsistence economies. What these industrially developed economies are? These markets lay more emphasis on the production or more sophisticated products, and therefore they focus more and more on research and development. They totally concentrate on research aspects. The next area we got is the more developing economies. This category would include countries like India, Brazil, Mexico, etc. They strive to update their technologies for current range of manufacturers and have much scope for absorbing, that is getting modern technology in their efforts to set up new manufacturing units. Next we got is the raw material exporting economies. In this type, particularly, countries export raw materials and purchase everything that is from the basic needs, that is the food, clothing, and then consumer durables, transport equipment, etc. Some of the countries that come under this category are the Gulf area and some other countries from Africa and Latin America. Then the last area under the stages of development we got is subsistence economies. This type of economy is found in the least developed countries. They almost produce nothing and depend very much on the imports from all aspects. The last basis for categorizing of world markets we got is some other elements. One is on the basis of population, next we got is on the basis of gross national product, and last we got is on the basis of socio-economic factors. Once if you come on the basis of population, here We can say that the higher the population of country, the bigger is the market provided by it. It is therefore worthwhile to assess the potentiality of the market, keeping in view the size of the population. Once if you come gross national product, here it states that its rate of growth and also the standard of living of its population may provide the basis for classifying the market. The big industrialized nations have larger GNP, and developing industrialized nations may have less GNP. Based on that, we can categorize them. And lastly, if you come, we got on the basis of socio-economic factors like certain variables considering their behavioral patterns, their cultural groupings, and their usage rate, consumer motive, and their adoption process influence the division of the market. Apart from those, a firm may choose other variables for segmenting the market. This is what we got regarding classification of world markets. Thank you.